Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS, and like I mentioned in the RS3 video, I do apologize for not having much of the OSRS going. Sick to 1 week, and then the following week there was just nothing other than change logs and dev logs. However, I do want to mention for you OSRS players, if you want to see me go over the community dev logs or the community notes, let me know, and then that can actually be something that we start doing too as well. Because this has kind of just been like a RuneScape news channel, so feel free to let me know what you guys think about that. Also, on the side note too, Brighter Shores information, I'll probably start doing that eventually too, because I'm very curious. But for this week though, for OSRS, we have Varlamore Part 1. So Varlamore is finally here. There was some issues and hotfixes that were earlier today. The ones that are hotfixed, Grand Exchange offers aren't appearing for some players that interact with the Coliseum. This issue has been resolved. For anyone still seeing the issue, please re-log and this should correct it. Some players have raised AI or Al-Kharid teleport from your jewelry box. Doesn't work. Players should now be able to use the Al-Kharid teleport. And some players aren't receiving rare creature parts from certain creatures. These creatures should now correctly drop rare creature parts. Please note that the time it takes to get a part will vary. And the stuff that they are still investigating, players are able to get stuck inside part of the wall inside the crypt during the Perilous Moons quest. The team is investigating this and they will block that tile as soon as possible. Some yew trees across the game have gone missing. The team is investigating and hoping to restore the trees to the rightful place. And finally, the in-game description from Doom is incorrect. It should say any damage taken applies Doom, certain death after 20 stacks, rather than hits from monsters off prayer apply Doom. So they are looking into that as well. Now, as far as the changelog goes, we're actually going to skip most of the changelog because the Varlamore Part 1 goes in so much more depth than just the titles of the different feature locations. So I do want to go over that a little bit more than that. Other changes though, they do consist of the birthday festivities have concluded and accompanying party favors have been put away until next year. Jewels may no longer be attached to Karis Partisan while it is equipped unless the player satisfies the requirement to equip the resulting Jeweled Partisan. The stone chests and kebos no longer claim that you might have received them or received a medium clue scroll every time you loot them. The spade in the underground region of the Mauritania Slayer Tower can now be telegrabbed. Streamlined Elnox dialogue so that it is no longer forces you to click through his questions about impling scrolls every time you return to him. More menus now refer to Nate's Not Shield by updated its name. The level up messages for crafting no longer mention the leprechaun charms. The Grand Exchange buy limit for Christmas crackers has been reduced from 50 to 4. Corrected the spelling of Setiseg's name in the combat achievement list. Made wording in the messages about potion decanting more consistent. And PvP Rhoda has moved to period A, so 539 US, PvP 318 UK Bounty Hunter, 548 Germany High Risk PvP, 577 US Free to Play PvP, 559 UK LMS Competitive, and World 390 AUS LMS Competitive has been activated with this Rhoda, and 569 AUS Bounty Hunter has been deactivated with this Rhoda. The PvP arena is used in the max/med loadouts for ranked duels and tournaments this week. Now, for Varlamore Part 1, you need to have completed the Children of the Sun. So if you've already done it, there is what is called a Quetzal, just a little bit southeast of the east gate of Varrock. So you'll head out the city gate. You'll see that dirt path. Just follow the dirt path south. And the Quetzal will be right there. You'll have to go through some grass, but not too much. So there is that, like that is pretty awesome. But you'll swoop into the Civitas Illa Fortis, which is Varlamore's capital city. So therefore you can go and explore. Now there is a little bit of a legend if you want to have that, but you'll be able to get that on the main page, and also I'll probably be including that as the main image for this video, I should say. But there's all sorts of goodies to do within this new area, such as Twilight's Promise, which is number 1, which is the second quest in the Varlamore storyline. The Quetzal Transport Network, so you don't have to worry about necessarily just walking everywhere. You can use the Quetzals to travel from place to place. There is a Fortress Coliseum, so it has its claims to fame, but towering above the city. And defining features Fortress Coliseum. Note, there is a note here that says that the Coliseum is dangerous for both hardcore and hardcore group iron players, so you have been warned, not only by them but by me as well. There is a thieving activity 3 and 4. So if you go up to the legend here, it shows you the different numbers and stuff like where it's all allocated. But that is what's going on. So the lightning there of the different Civitas Illa Fortis civilians, you'll be lightening their pockets with 50 thieving. So you'll be able to get plenty of them in the bazaar. And so that is the main thing. But while distracting, you'll be able to auto pickpocket these citizens, and you'll have a 100% success rate. They drop coin pouches just like any other pickpocketing target, but every so often you'll also obtain a key. So that is something that they're not really saying. But this will help you sneak into villas and loot valuables, so something to kind of keep in mind. But this also includes the chances of getting Bone Statuette, which can be chipped down into Blessed Bone Shards for Prayer XP. So there's a little bit more tie-ins there with other stuff. And the Hunters Guild. So if you got what it takes to join your ranks, which is 4600, you'll be able to head into there and check out the heart of the Avium Savannah, where the guild's many available things wait for you. But there is Quetzal Whistle and also a Quetzal Pet. So something to kind of keep in mind. There's a new set of armor to hunt in as well. So do check it out. But you'll also be able to hunt down moss, antelope, jerboa, foxes, and even some salamanders that scuttle around. So there is some awesome stuff there. There's also a new crossbow, which is a Sunlight Hunter's crossbow, including new ammunition types. The Hunter's Spear, sack to store meat and furs, and improvements to existing hunting gear. That's actually really awesome. And then there's the Perilous Moons. So this is lurking below the surface of Camtorum. It is an ancient temple, but built to contain powerful entities. So now that things have been disturbed, there is a quest that will be revealed here with a new chunk of PVM content aimed at mid-level players. So they recommend this dungeon with a combat level of 75 or greater. The quest requirements are 48 Slayer, 20 Runecraft, 20 Fishing, 20 Hunter, 20 Fishing, 10 Construction, and completed the Twilight's Promise. So there is some pretty awesome stuff, but you'll be able to emerge with some new loot, so do check that out. There is a mining activity. Now, this is also going to be your second source of the Blessed Bone Shards, but this is available with 41 mining, so you'll also receive Prayer XP as you mine. So that is pretty awesome. Mining veins with waterfall boosts your success rate by 15%, which is nothing to laugh at. And then, yes, there is a prayer activity. But it's called Rallo's Rise, is the legendary mountain where Varlamorean god Rallos is said to have appeared to his worshippers. But to participate with the altar that is up there, you'll need 30 prayer, a few jugs of wine, and bones. Under a watchful eye of the attendants, you'll be able to chip bones into shards, fill the libation pool with blessed wine, and make offerings. So such a thing is pretty awesome. And then that is actually it, though, for this video, because I said I wanted to go over some of this because there's a lot of cool things, so do check it out. There's also a video here on YouTube. I want to call it RuneTube for now on. but this is from, it's not saying actually right here, but which is very sad. It doesn't actually say who it is. Oh, here we go. Japorite. But this is their overview news post, and this is getting some more information about everything that's going on. As you can see, they actually explored a bit of it, so there is some more information there too, including the dungeon as it looks. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.